What's up?
Blackjack!
Look at that
behind you.
Look at that tally, Mawinkies. We've done it again.
We have
we are
a
back.
podcast.
Dustin, I
Back
just
to back.
saw the killer clown beat the poster behind you right now. That gave me a heart attack.
Well, that's just who I am. He's taking refuge,
Just
bro.
Gerald.
That dude, little Gerald over there. He's just vibing, bro. I also got a little.
Pennywise.
I also got a little flood infection for him over here. You know, and you know.
Booze.
You know.
Yeah, I can see all the booze. You drink more than Ballistic after... Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Man, it's a fact. I
So
believe it.
again, Tallywinkies, the Tallywackers will show off their alcohol. I'm focusing on my Maker's Mug tonight. We got Captain Morgan
That
Spice.
sounds like an ability from Overwatch.
Well, Jonathan,
I have one left. The frick.
This is the bottle you gave me, John.
Yeah.
I got this.
The bottle of beer you got me.
This.
I have a quick question. Dustin, when are you going to make the short about me running in fear?
Add the two.
Oh, right. I could do that today. I'll do that
add the
tomorrow,
two
right after,
shit
yeah.
bottles, but it's
Because we're
mostly-
not going tomorrow, I'll just make it tomorrow.
It's just mostly these four.
Holy
So-
shit, that's a lot of alcohol.
I have two more bottles.
Maker's Mug has a special message for you guys. Maker's Mug, America's handmade bourbon whiskey, all started because my grandfather, Bill Samuel Sr., a sixth generation
sandwich.
Bill Sandwich, a sixth generation Kentucky distiller, didn't care for the whiskey his family made because it was cringe.
That's the reason. If they had that word back then, that'd be absolutely funny.
So, in 1953, he burned the family recipe literally and started over. Yo, this is blood whiskey, bro.
This is blood.
It has blood on it, so of course it's gonna be like blood whiskey.
Full-bodied yet balanced bourbon. Meanwhile, my grandmother, Margie, was busy designing the bottle you're holding. In fact, it was her idea to hand dip every bottle in red wax. To this day, making Maker's Mark in small quantities at little at a time is still a family affair. Enjoy.
That's
My
nice.
heart. I loved her.
I love.
Shot time, everybody.
I'll do a shot.
What do I drink? My own blood? I do a little blood oath.
The
Fuck you,
cork-
Yeah,
for reminding
yeah.
me. Fuck you, Chaz, for reminding me about the fucking chills sound clip. I loved
I
her.
loved her.
God almighty.
Yeah, John, you have to do a
you
blood
see-
oath every time we do a shot. You're gonna actually die.
You wanna take the blood oath, Jonathan? I sense it. But the only blood oath you find is Chaz's wet Magussi.
Ew.
Wait a minute, I didn't agree to this.
We were.
The numbers are in, baby, you flail. You can't stop my cock because you're in jail. Yeah, guess what? I fucking fired you, and then I made you go to Cligodoid. How do I say it?
Fresca made raps
You're
like
a
that,
Jew.
he'd probably still be
And
relevant.
you almost lost the primary to Socialist 2. Could you? I don't know what I'd do if the original line was, how do I say this? You're a Jew.
Oh,
And you almost lost the primary to a Socialist 2.
Have you guys played Dead Island 2 yet?
I don't even own it. It's getting mediocre reviews.
shot time.
I knew it. I predicted that would happen.
But the general consensus is if you liked the first one, you'll love this one. And me and Dylan are deep enjoyers of this Dead Island.
We
So,
love.
are we all doing a diversion
I
again?
think it's hard for me and Dylan to not enjoy a game of killing zombies mindless together.
Especially since we waited almost 10 goddamn years.
Bro, they added jiggle physics.
On the
Like,
zombies.
I saw his, it was
Well,
like
the
a fucking...
zombies.
It was like a fucking 300-pound zombie in a bikini get kicked and it fucking jiggled everywhere.
Hey, let's go! I found my waifu. Anyway, Diboja!
Diboja!
It probably looks like me doing the Squidward dance.
The numbers are in, baby, you frail. You can't stop my glizzy because God, I'm in jail. How do I say this? I'm in jail, and I need somebody to bail me out because they just gotta know that they're just not that into me. They want a small little handy glizzy born vagina. Got a chubby little bushy wishy wash ganina. I'll run these streets like I run my bathroom. More poop and less toilet paper.
You're a sick man, Justin.
Oh,
I'm so sick. I'm sick of those beats. I'll tell Jonathan, you fired, and I'll put the quartering in check.
Because this whole system's rigged.
baby.
For the last 8 years,
this
country's
country
been run by a...
am linking.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Kidding me with this blah, blah, blah. Most of money, feed your asses to my oversized car.
You know what? We need to do a podcast where we talk about epic rap battles.
Chaz, that's your next subject.
Fair.
I've chosen you subject
Now,
for
so
you.
speaking of topics, we've been on for like 6 minutes. We didn't even tell anybody what the topic is. Dylan, take it away.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened.
You wanna make an escape from Chaz's
Yeah, there
gussy,
we go.
but the only guss you'll find is my wet man pussy.
Shut up!
All right, Dylan, what's the topic today? This is Dylan's day. Dylan is the stream daddy.
In classic Tallywacker fashion, we immediately derailed the fucking topic. Anyway,
We haven't even done an introduction other than an alcohol.
Okay, so shut the fuck up. So this topic.
Shut up, Frank. That's an old. I'm so happy Chaz gets that.
Where does that come from? I forget. I know it's a line.
Remember, I was playing. It was FNAF 2. I could have been normal. I could have a fucking life. I could have been a normal. Shut up, Frank.
I was making an Impractical Jokers reference when I think it was it's like the manager of a restaurant talking to like somebody who wasn't sitting at a table. It's like just an empty table. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about.
Wait. This was for context before we continue, Dylan. I was doing FNAF 2 1020 mode, and I was going fucking insane. It was like a 10-hour stream, and it was like 9 hours in doing the same mundane bullshit, and I get killed by Foxy, who I labeled Delroyd Paddywagon, and just sat there having a midlife crisis. I could have been normal. I could have had a fucking life. I could have been. Shut up, Frank.
Okay. So. Back on the fucking topic before we derail
fucking Frank!
In 30 seconds. So, this topic is all about SCPs.
Secure, contain, protect. Dylan, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 Tallywackers, who are the most SCP knowledged?
Oh, definitely me and you. We could do like a 100-part series just with me and you alone.
For context, Tallywinkies, me and Dylan would sit in the library on the SCP website and just click through SCPs because I introduced the man to it.
I couldn't pronounce Euclid. I thought it was like Euclid or something.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Euclid. How do you say this? Euclid, Dylan. It's Euclid.
I'm like, oh. Now
I had Dylan convinced for like a day that the SCP Foundation was real.
This was back when I was like into all that alien shit.
Dylan. At this point, Dylan was deep into like the world's greatest mysteries and conspiracy theories.
Where I watched the hell out of Secure Team 10.
Oh my god! You were a Secure Team 10 viewer? I didn't know that. I've seen a few of those.
I watched.
I've seen a few of his videos. I think I saw his Blacklight Satellite video.
I've seen a lot of his videos, but so we're gonna talk about various SCPs. There's like, I think 6,000 now. It's constantly expanding. I tried to write one of my own, but apparently it wasn't scary enough, even though it's a freaking monster that likes to eat children.
Because 999 is so scary.
Yeah,
well,
no, really.
But Dylan, everyone knows your
SCP
SCP isn't scary, but the most scary SCP is the fucking meme that makes you eat mattresses. Now that's
I
truly
haven't
scary.
seen that one
Nah,
yet,
you
but
just-
You
so we're
have
going to
to.
talk about various SCPs. One or more of us is probably going to talk about the iconic SCPs. But we're
Oh,
just,
what I'm gonna do is because Dylan, I'm gonna do one iconic, one less known.
so I'm gonna talk about my favorite SCP, and then I'm just gonna scroll through the random site while these guys are talking about theirs. Just click a random
So
one.
Dylan, and Tallywinkies, the SCPs right now go up to 8,000. The 8,000
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
constantly
The
expanding.
8,000 series S isn't out yet, but it goes up to 7,999.
How's our world still alive with this many creatures?
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
In some, they're not. I think. Oh well, then again,
What fuck? Like 90% of the 001s.
yeah.
Like when day breaks, for example.
Oh, that one. Bye, bye, Earth.
Sleep. And
Okay.
Death's a bye bye Earth one.
So the one I'm going to talk about first is
Well, you gotta say the cycle. It's you starting. Who goes next and next and next?
All right.
Wait,
So-
so I have a good one. I have the best one yet.
Shut the fuck up. So, all right. So the cycle's gonna go me, Jonathan, Chaz, Justin. It's just gonna go around.
Okay.
You're not going to regret this, Dylan.
Hold on, I'll be right back, brothers.
I'm going to carry
Here
you,
you go, Chris.
Dylan.
Dylan.
No, listen, motherfucker. You cannot carry an SCP podcast. Me and Justin can carry that shit. You can't carry shit. How many SCPs do you know? Huh? Name 10.
I know the best one.
Do you actually?
Oh, I do.
I swear to God, if it's the fucking shy guy.
Oh wait, no, John, don't do it. No,
I'll be right back.
I know what you're. No. Don't. John, he's too
No, I
young.
have to do it.
No. I know what you're talking about. No. No, John. No.
I'm excited.
Daddy.
Do not spoil it, okay? Because this is going to be big. Oh, the viewers. It's going to be like when you brought it up.
Oh God, that took a little thinking. I'm like, he's so excited. It has to be this.
Oh, God.
Oh man. God, that's gonna be kind of funny.
That's going to be pissed. But most importantly, we're going to be laughing our asses off.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh.
You could say that this SCP is the most mysterious of them all, but it's the most well known.
It's nebulous. Oh man. Oh, I'm not ready.
Oh.
So he said himself, Justin, me,
No,
then you.
me.
So
No,
okay, so
Dylan,
it's
me.
it's Dylan, you, me, Justin.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. So as soon as he is, yeah, but that's an SCP.
John, if you were to play a horror game like FNAF, I think you would actually.
I want
die.
to see. No, I want to see John play SCP Container Breach.
I already did with Justin when he came over to my house.
So I'm gonna wait till Justin gets back to just try to describe the SCP Foundation for unintellectuals.
God Almighty, we've been describing it for a while. Do you want? How about you describe it? He's not that important. You're the guy who's hosting this.
Yeah, but he also knows just as much, likely more than me. So I think.
Yeah, Justin is the horror dude. Dylan loves horror. Justin loves it more.
Justin is the one who got me into SCP, so he knows more than I do. So it's probably best to have it.
This is going to be
It's
beautiful.
096.
That's a mean.
I have AIDS.
It was
You're
096.
going to go to the podcast later and get a picture of that, okay, Chaz? That's your mission.
Okay.
That's your school assignment.
If y'all couldn't tell, I am buzzed. This is me buzzed and having a mental breakdown.
Oh,
He
God.
should be the new
You're
Buzz
buzzed
Lightyear.
at 9 to 17. Dang.
What? I'm slightly buzzed, okay?
I have.
By the way,
literally-
everybody, let's gaze upon this beautiful creature.
Yeah.
That. Oh God, that looks like. Okay,
And this. Oh shit, it's hard to see. Never mind.
Okay.
And this. Fuck, it's also hard to see.
No, I know.
This
I
is-
know what that is. I just from the movement, I know what you're talking about.
Hold on. Let's see.
That
Hey,
means-
talking the screen word.
Oh,
There it is.
There we go.
Dancing Nazi horse.
That picture that you showed of me, that looks like the man that people see in their dreams. It's a deep reference, an internet
And-
mystery.
This is my OC, Thrud. And this is her back tattoo. Never mind, hold on.
Why do you have a picture of her back tattoo?
Because it's hers.
'Cause it's
This is
cool.
hers. This is the world tree.
Aren't you getting a world tree tattoo eventually, Dylan?
I want to, yes. I want it to like be on my back. So it's gonna cost a testicle. But
Testicles are not that expensive. Kidneys are where it's at.
are you sure? I'm willing to bet
Yeah.
similar. Actually, you know what? I'm willing to bet testicles are
I heard that-
similar.
alright, everybody. Whop if you're horny.
Hold on.
Everyone's disappearing.
Whop. Whop whop. Whop.
It sounds like a Pokemon, Dylan.
You think she goes whoop when she climaxes?
I like to think so.
I don't want to think of that. No, never mind. Now it's
I
in my
would-
head.
I would
Just like
I would-
Ahsoka suplexing John. Think of it.
Okay.
I hate you.
Alright,
I
so-
hate you. Piss.
Okay,
Yep.
so before I talk about my first SCP, I want to talk about basically what the SCP Foundation is. So, or what an SCP is. So, an SCP, as Justin said, stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. The whole idea of
Yeah.
the Foundation is to secure anomalous objects or entities, contain the entity or object, and protect the public from them. What the fuck just happened, John? What the hell just happened to you? Are you okay?
He sneezed so hard, you jostled
sneezed so
your
hard.
freaking laptop.
Bro, earthquaked.
Like,
So
boys,
that's
did
what
you
I felt.
feel that?
Yeah, I
Yes,
felt that.
I thought Dylan sat down again.
Yeah,
but
me
it-
too, bro.
Yeah,
I thought I sat down.
yeah, me too.
Now, in the SCP Foundation, there is something called an object class, which is used to describe the entities or objects. There are three main ones. There are a couple of other ones like Samuel, deceased or shit. I don't know what the other one is, but it basically means that they're inactive or no longer a threat.
I know the other ones, but you can go through the main ones, and then
There
I
are
can
three-
talk about.
There are three main ones. Safe, which means that it's easy to contain. They know enough about it that they can contain it easily. But please note, safe does
It does not mean it won't kill your ass.
Oh.
case in point, the musical note. Justin knows what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the brown note?
To
Yes.
summarize,
SCP-342, the shit note.
there it is. To summarize it really easily, it's a musical note with like musical lyrics written in blood, and if it constantly plays music. If you hear it, you'll
If
slit
you
your wrist.
hear it,
try to
you'll
finish
slit you,
it.
and then you'll continue the sheet music.
Thing is, it can never be finished. Now that's a safe because it's easy to contain, but it still kills people. So
You just get so it'd just be shoved in a box. It's like, well, we did our job.
So yeah, that's what they did. They literally shoved it in like a glass box, I think. Anyway,
You wanna break the SCP lease?
Not this again, no.
the second object class is Euclid or Euclid, as most.
Euclidioid.
Now,
Euclidorus.
Euclid means that
Shut the
we
fuck
don't.
up.
Euclid means we don't know an awful lot about it. It's not as easy to contain, but you can contain it, and it's slightly more dangerous. Case in point, 096, which is somehow Euclid. How is that?
I still am on.
Yeah, you brought that up.
6 is Keter.
Yeah, no, it should be. And as Justin literally just said, the final object class, Keter or Keter, however you
Or
pronounce it.
Keter, yeah.
Now, Keter is
I'm gonna get into
They-
that.
Keter means you're fucked, basically.
That's my SCP.
Ketters are extremely difficult, if not completely impossible to contain. They are extremely dangerous and will kill on sight, and you barely know shit about it. Case in point, the hard to kill reptile, the Yule Man, the Bismarck.
I love the Yule Man.
Oh, that thing it's just Krampus. It's basically Krampus.
It's literally Krampus. One other thing about Ketu, that most Ketus are capable of XK class events. Which Dylan, I was gonna say Dylan, take it away.
XK scenario literally means the end of the goddamn planet. In other words, we're fucked. Literally means the end of all life on Earth. Like the cave.
Yep.
Like the cave, like that leads to an alternate dimension, which I know Justin knows what I'm talking about.
Yep. Oh, death. So the other ones, these are much rarer, and you don't see them often. There's Thamiel. Usually it has to do with multiple classes of SCPs at the same under the same thing.
Doesn't it also mean that it's also beneficial to the Foundation, like the giant ass snake in the water?
The giant ass snake, what's his name? Dr. Blight.
3008.
Say Dr. Octopus.
There's neutralized. I think everyone knows what neutralized means.
That's what I was talking about.
Wait, so
there's neutralized. It just means SCPs that are deemed too dangerous. There was no reason to keep them alive, so they killed them. There's Apollyon, which basically means that
it's very rare, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
So Apollyon means that it's an SCP that they expect to break containment. And there's very little reason that usually anything that's designated with that is an SCP that's there on its own will, but has every way to escape.
Isn't that basically the old man, kind of?
No. They actually have containment with him. The deer, yes. There's Archon, which I don't know much about. I don't remember what that
I never heard of that one either.
Hold on. Archon, okay, I'll read straight from the thing, okay?
Okay.
Archon class SCPs are anomalies that could theoretically be contained, but are best left uncontained. Archon SCPs. So SCPs that they don't have to contain.
So the other one that you mentioned before that, where it's like they can contain it, but it can break out any time. The fucking deer.
Yes, absolutely.
By the way, for context, it's not a normal deer. It's basically a god. No, it is a god.
There's also a class I don't remember what it's specifically given to places. SCPs. There's another class, I forget what it's called, but it's basically specifically made for SCPs that are locations. So like the Bismarck.
He was made to rule the waves across your mind.
So now that y'all know what SCPs are, I think we can continue on.
So, as I mentioned before, it's going to go me, John, Chaz, and then Justin. So, the one I'm going to talk about first...
We should be able to do 2 cycles.
Yeah, we should. This is a short one. It's my favorite SCP of all time, SCP-999.
999.
Because, as I mentioned, a lot of SCPs will either mutilate your corpse, eat you alive, or literally teleport you to the point where not even tracking devices can track you anymore.
Divulge you.
Or both. Don't forget that.
But SCP-999 is actually the exact opposite.
Yep.
SCP-999 is a large gelatinous mass, and its surface is basically fucking peanut butter. It's as big as a golden retriever, and it's literally the most friendly SCP you will see. It basically can cure depression. If you have depression, PTSD, whatever, and you spend just a few minutes with this thing, you'll have like a whole new outlook on life, and you won't want to kill yourself anymore because you saw a recording video. So, John, you might want to get on that whole visiting 999 thing.
Yeah, might want.
So, talk about the downsides about him.
There are none.
There are none.
Well, there is one. He's big and blobby, and he might accidentally crush you.
No. That is true. There has been one case of accidental suffocation.
Wait, a death? A whole-on death?
No, not death, near death. MTF, for context, people who don't know, MTF stands for Mobile Task Force. Basically, the guards of the SCP Foundation.
They're the ones who go with guns blazing.
With like about 1 million different branches, by the way.
Yeah, somehow.
There's so many branches of MTF. There's fucking Alpha. There's so many, Dylan.
But so 999 is very cheerful. He's very playful, and he will try to play with you. And as Justin said, like he can accidentally hurt you. There have been cases where
Deeply is super low.
It's rare, by the way. Like he doesn't try to hurt you, and if he does, he will literally cry and like freaking he'll be like a dog whimpering and apologizing, basically.
Can it
bites my toes.
Can it speak?
But no, it basically like coos and makes like it basically like
It's basically a Pokemon.
It basically makes like cooing noises and like friendly. But here's the thing with 999: the Foundation is trying to take its body or its slime and make antidepressants. Now here's another. It has. There's one instance where it jumped in front of a dude who was about to be shot at and saved his life, despite the fact that it almost died. Well, it didn't almost die. No, it didn't almost die. But it knew the danger and it jumped in front of him to save him. It loves all humans. It loves animals. It loves everything alive. And its diet is literally candy. Literally.
Yeah.
What about you when you're hungry? Have a Snickers.
But
you're not. It's not you when you. I don't know what I'd do if 999 approached me. You're not new when you're hungry.
Have a Snickers.
But you cannot feed it caffeinated soft drinks, so in other words, pop, because that happened one time. And it was, to quote the report, or the addendum as they're called, it was literally bouncing off the walls for like 30 minutes.
It had a mother... SCP-999, and like Dylan said it perfectly, in a world where you'll get pulled out into hell by your own entrails, a fucking rock monster will smegma dance on your grave.
A bus will literally travel you to multiple...
A bus will turn into a fucking cockroach and eat your anus.
Yeah, I know that one, Justin.
And then there's 999, just a funny peanut butter dude.
Wait, talk about the cockroach one. That's a transformer.
No, don't worry about it. We'll talk about that. I'll have to...
Transformers bugs in disguise.
But as I said before with 999 is that he's very friendly. He's fed...
I gave you the TLDR.
Another thing about SCPs is that normally they are to be kept in a containment cell. 999 can freely roam the facility if he wants, unless it's nighttime or during a containment breach of another SCP, in which case he has to be protected.
Imagine, what would happen if 096 meant 999?
I don't want to.
I don't want to talk about that. Listen.
Would 999? Would 096 just be happy and stop killing?
See, no,
yes,
I forgot about that. It's true. 096, just like 682.
I'm going to talk about that.
Then I'll let you do it.
So, as I mentioned before, 999 can freely roam the facility. He could interact with people. If people are like depressed or whatever, they could talk to 999. They'll be fine. Here's the thing, though. He is classified as safe. He's not allowed to leave the facility. Basically, you also can't be mean to him. Otherwise, you'll be reprimanded.
Otherwise, you'll be fed to 682.
Also,
I think that should be the punishment.
Also, by the way, you never want to get fired at the SCP Foundation because that literally means you will get fired.
D-class.
In other words, you will fucking die.
D-class.
They will kill you.
Wait, so you can't get fired. What if you quit, or is that the same?
You'll probably
if you quit, you'll just get you'll get anesthetics to forget that you were there. But if you're fired, you basically become a D-class, which is basically a fucking guinea pig.
Or in other words, they literally just flat out kill you.
They throw you into 682's bussy.
So, as Justin talked about...
Jonathan, you have to stay up a little later for this one. Understood?
Okay, so...
Fuck you.
To give a small description of 682 without going into too much detail, 682 is a Keter class. He's known as the hard-to-destroy reptile. In other words, he's basically impossible to kill. Like, his containment cell is literally a giant pool of fucking acid.
He's like Doomsday.
Funny lizard.
I want to see that death battle. Anyway,
funny lizard.
You know what? I'm going to do the death battle. Anyway, 682 is a giant-ass lizard. It can speak, it hates humanity, and it's friends with a giant-ass It's friends with a highly intelligent AI. That's basically on a Commodore 64.
What are you fucking stealing?
Don't worry about it.
Nothing. Shot time.
Shut up. So as mentioned, 682 hates humanity. He wants to kill all life on Earth, and he's always angry all the time. And since 999 gives everything a new positive outlook on life, the Foundation thought, hey, maybe we introduce 999 to 682. So they did that in a test. And this isn't like, I don't think I mentioned this, but they're like
682 or 09?
tales.
Oh, wait. Are you saying 096 to 999? That's that what you
No,
mean?
no,
999 to 682.
Yeah.
Oh.
682 is the hard to kill reptile
Yeah,
chest.
okay.
So,
And
normally-
funny lizard.
First of all, they both.
Droid lizard.
It's a little iguana.
Chaz as a fucking SCP scientist looks at 682 into the little iguana.
Little beardy boy.
Like
So,
that little beauty dragoon.
Normally, when it comes to things like this where SCPs meet each other, these are known as SCP tales. They're not canon to the actual SCP.
It's
SCP
more
art.
it's hypotheticals.
They're more so
Battles.
fanfics that get a lot of attention, which I have no problem with. But in this case, where 682 met 999, this is canon. This is on the actual site. So they put 682 in they put 999 in 682's cell, and 682 tried to kill 999. He failed miserably. He stomped on 999, but 999 was completely unharmed because it could also morph its body. So it was perfectly fine for being stomped on. And 682, the normally always pissed off lizard, was laughing. He was happy. And eventually he fell on his back. He fell on his back, laughing his ass off. So they decided to stop the experiment because mission success. 682 is no longer a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, I think he was. It's the only recorded time he's ever laughed.
Yeah. Now, see, you know how I said for 682 is no longer homicidal. In the words of the Impractical Jokers, see, when 2D class opened 682's containment cell to retrieve 999 and put it back into his cell, 682 let out an unidentifiable wave of energy that made everybody laugh while his door to his cell was still open.
Dylan, I don't think you mentioned this. For context, 682 is very, very adaptable.
Yeah,
682 can morph his body. He can do whatever he wants to adapt to the situation. So
Also,
anything.
he can speak English.
Yes, he can speak. He can talk.
He really, really hates humanity, like I mentioned before. And when his door was open and everybody was laughing uncontrollably, he decided, time to break containment, and he rampaged throughout the facility that he was in. Not good. Eventually, they managed to recontain him.
How they manage that?
And
Dylan, I have a request. When you're done with your tale of 999, message me the SCP you want to do next.
I'm just gonna scroll randomly.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But now, Chaz, to answer your question, you remember when I said where a 682 let out an uncontrollable wave of an unidentifiable wave of energy?
Yeah.
Well, that made everybody in the vicinity laugh uncontrollably. Yeah. Which came from 999. That's how he managed to escape. The door was still open. They couldn't control themselves.
How they contain him again, that's what I'm asking.
Basically, he can't die, but he could be
incapacitated. You can incapacitate him. That's why his containment. For example of how genuinely adaptable he is, Dylan, I don't know if you've heard this story.
They threw him into the sun?
No. When they put the motherfucking Peanut Man himself, the original SCP, the G, the motherfucker who you gotta look at, or he'll crank your little funny neck. They put him in the in his because for context, there is no structure known to man right now that can prevent. He can break anything. The motherfucker's strong.
682 or 173?
173.
Okay.
So 173 was both. 173. This is for what Dylan just said. This is more of a hypothetical. These are not canon stories. They're more what
they
would
could
happen.
be canon, actually.
They could be canon.
if the writer says fuck it and makes a canon.
So basically what happened, and again, this is just an example of 682, and I'm going to make it brief so Dylan can keep talking. So how you deal with him is you have to look at him. He's like a weeping angel.
Yeah.
If you look at him, he can't move. If you look away, he'll break your neck and skeng on your mother.
He can only move when not being observed.
So 682 grew like thousands of eyes upon all over his body just to stare at him. It's just another example of how adaptable 682 is. Dylan, continue.
So 682 rampaged throughout the facility after the wave of laughter. They eventually recontained him. 999 expressed that he wanted to see 682 again despite the whole rampage.
Despite the ending,
But 682 said that little unintelligible can data expunged and die. That's what's literally on the site.
If you're an SCP fan, data expunged and redacted will phone home to you.
Basically, I think I can translate. I think he said that little shit can eat shit and die.
Yep. Dylan, I respect you. 999 would by the way, before I say this, Jonathan, I'm assuming you're tired and eventually you're gonna go. But Chaz and Dylan, would you like to do? I say, because Jonathan,
I'm down to do as many cycles as it takes. I can talk about SCPs for hours.
I say we do at least 2. If we want to continue, we continue. Jonathan, are you available for 2 cycles, or would you only be able to do 1?
I doubt he is.
I'm gonna try and do 1, but I have one that you're gonna love.
Okay. So if Jonathan only does 1, Chaz and Dylan, are you good to do 2 cycles?
I am.
That should be fine, yeah.
Okay.
Now, one thing I also want to mention, if you guys want to research more about SCPs, you can go to the official website and read them, or 3 channels I recommend on YouTube. The Vulcan, Dr. Bob, and SCP Illustrated. Those 3 are fucking goated.
If you want to know the more, I would like to add a little bit. If you want to know the more unknown, Dr. Bob usually has the more unknown. Yep. SCP Illustrated has a lot of what-if tales. So, like, SCP's facing off. Vulcan does just usual SCP readings. Yeah. They are all fucking awesome.
They are beautiful. It's great to listen to while you're playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're playing a game, grinding, doing whatever, sleeping, they're perfect to listen to.
You're sleeping? How the hell do you?
Me and Andrea will put recently. It's been Dr. Bob. Me and Andrea will put on and just listen to Dr. Bob. I don't know. It's something. It's number one. His voice. Dylan, you can agree. His voice is fucking perfect.
It is beautiful. But Dr. Bob also literally tells actual stories before he gets to the SCP.
It's not like for context. Most channels will just talk, basically read the
like Vulcan.
Vulcan will read the actual SCP document, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. That is completely fine. Yeah, if you want to know the hard details of SCPs, Vulcan is your man. You go to Vulcan.
I'm subbed to all 3, by the way.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm subbed to all 3.
But Dr. Bob does something unique and will tell like a story. Like Dylan and Justin were doing this, and
I'd like to give an example. This was a recent Dr. Bob short. I think I seen it recently. It involves 999. It was I
think I know you're about to say. Yep.
This is. I'm gonna get some words wrong, but basically the alarms were blaring. A group of Foundation staff personnel armed with firearms were going to the area where the container breach happened. They turned the corner. An open cell. Never a good sign. The 2 agents aimed their guns at the door, and they see a plushie. That's unusual. And he will literally tell a story before he gets to the actual SCP. He will tell a story about what the SCP does.
And then, but the thing is with Dr. Bob is he'll tell you a story and then tell you what the SCP is.
Yeah.
I was literally listening to that earlier while I was playing Destiny 2. And
Dr. Bob actually introduced me to one of my favorite SCPs, the Drain Worms. I don't know if you've seen that one, Dylan.
Ooh, I have not.
Oh. If we continue to do more cycles, I'll make sure to add Drain Worms. They're awesome.
The Drain Worms.
When you talk about Dr. Bob, I just think of Bob the Builder as a doctor.
Bob the Builder! He works at the Foundation. Bob the Builder! You have cancer.
Something else.
You're gonna die In
something else I
3
want to
days,
mention is
you should say goodbye to your family.
you can make your own SCPs and upload them to the site, but they're kind of very strict. I know that from firsthand experience.
I was gonna say, number one, they're strict about the subject, and you have to write in a very, because I was gonna try and do one. You have to write in a very specific format. They will only accept a very specific format, which is fine.
I have come up with a couple of SCPs. Yeah, no, it's really difficult. I've come up with a couple of SCPs, but this will tie into the OC storyline because of how strict they are, and they're also trademarked and copyrighted, so I can't use them.
By Russia, by the way, I did not know this, but the owner of SCP is Russian.
No, I don't. I think he was trying to say that to get. I don't fucking. It's like a whole.
Was that not? So it was a fake copyright.
I'm not sure about the exact details.
While you talk about what you're about to talk about, I'll look into it.
So, like I said before, I wanted to add SCPs into my stories, but again, since they're copyrighted and trademarked, and I want to get my story published someday, I literally can't do that unless I make my own SCPs. I think the Foundation, the site itself is not trademarked, but the SCPs themselves are. So I think you could add the Foundation as canon to your story, but specific ones.
Oh, yeah,
you have to get permission.
How it works is because I think I told Dylan this exactly. How it works is SCP itself is free range. You can use SCP, but for specific SCPs, you need to ask the creators.
There are also some that you literally cannot use no matter what.
You can't use.
You can't use 173.
I think 173 is the best example. 173 is so fucking hard to use now. So Dylan,
you have to come up with your own one.
My understanding, individual articles, characters, stories remain property of their original creator.
Yeah.
So how it works is the website is free reign. So like you just said, the SCP Foundation is completely free to use, but whoever makes the SCP owns the rights to that SCP.
Yeah. So I just came up with my own. I just said fuck it. It came up with my own one called the Anomaly Containment Agency, which is literally just the SCP Foundation.
It's just the SCP with a different name.
But they're called
something from Johnny Test.
Oh, Dylan.
They're called the Anomaly Containment Agency, or the ACA for short.
I have an idea with them in Zembleclock. I would like to run by you later.
The agency or the Foundation?
The Foundation. Well, your version of the Foundation. But I would like to run by you for whatever next story you want to do.
Are you almost done talking about Mr. Peanut Butter?
I went like a whole lot of kids. By the way, just saying...
That's the name of a BoJack character.
Just saying 999 would literally make the world's greatest pet.
Oh my god, if you could, actually breed 999s, they would literally be the best pet ever.
Put them into a merc's hands, they won't suffer moral consequences.
I'm sorry, this literally just popped in my head. So there is an SCP tale, non-canon, about the Scarlet King. Justin goes for a
Yes!
Now, for context, to summarize it, the Scarlet King is basically the god of your fuck. Very
quick, easy, explainable. Scarlet King is the #1 most dangerous entity in the world. That's why SCP-001 has so many entries. It's to confuse you about the actual entry, which is the Scarlet King. The Scarlet King is literally the most XK to XK. The motherfucker that can end the world.
That when day breaks. And
when day breaks.
And actually a lot.
I was gonna say when day breaks, Scarlet King and Death, which is the cave, because that cave, you go into that. It's such a cool SCP. But anyways, continue, Dylan.
I want to go on a tangent about the cave, but fuck, it's
here's the thing, Dylan.
You do it.
And Chaz. Jonathan is gonna go to sleep early, but I'm down to extend this podcast for a little bit longer. Then Chaz,
I'll have to do some constructing. I'll have to do some fixing, but yeah, that's fine.
But Chaz, look at me.
Yeah.
If you do that construction, okay, buddy? Okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do MWO. And guess what?
Yeah, I'm down.
No, it gets better. It gets better.
4?
Dylan will eventually pass out. We'll sing Minecraft songs, bro.
It's over.
Okay, so Chaz is gone.
He's coomed too hard. Jonathan, I'm assuming you're okay if when you leave, we continue the podcast.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, of course.
Okay,
To give some mercy to John, let me
I just want to make sure.
Let me just explain the Scarlet King and how it ties into to 999 in the non-canon tale.
Yep.
So, as I mentioned before, Scarlet King is literally just the god of XP.
It is the god. I think how Scarlet King works. He's a universe consumer.
Yeah.
So think Dormammu.
Oh, that's what John was probably going to talk about. He just said yeah, which means he knows what Scarlet King is.
No.
Talk about.
I know exactly what John's gonna talk about, and it is the most elusive SCP.
Mysterious.
No one quite understands this SCP.
Oh, is it the one where you can't directly say his name or number?
I don't
otherwise...
know, Dylan. I don't know, man.
You can't say the name, so...
Okay.
I can't say the name, bro. I don't want to get
back to my topic. So the Scarlet King impregnated like 7 or 8 women. Was it like?
I think it was 7. It was 7.
And if they all give, it was theorized that if the last one or the second last one gives birth, it would basically bring about the end of the world. The Foundation said, fuck it, we're gonna let her give birth and see what happens. They did, and it gave birth to 999.
Yep, 999 is a child of the Scarlet King.
Non-canon, by the way. Just remember.
This is what Dylan's talking about is not canon to 999 story, but could be, but is not.
What is actually canon is, I think in the actual article, the Foundation does everything they can to prevent these women from giving birth.
Yes, like, because how it works is, for a very, very quick summary, I think Dylan just covered up on it, but just to make sure, if all of those women were to give birth, the Scarlet King is free reign on Earth. If they were to all give birth, the Scarlet King, no, you do not want that, well, because they'll be gone. If they are dead, it's still you.
Oh, so they have to be alive and not give birth.
Yes, how it works is every time they give birth, one of them will die. If they were to die, it's just like Dylan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't remember the number. You have to go to a different dimension, and it's chained up, and it's only got one pillar left. And basically, you need to do a ritual, and
which
to keep it from breaking. Which doesn't work. It's a placebo. In this motherfucker, it was 5 pillars. Do you remember, Dylan?
I think 5, maybe 4 or 6. Yeah, around that.
Yeah, it was 5, 4, 5, 6.
Maybe 1 pillar to represent each pregnant woman, maybe.
So, okay, well, remember, Tallywackers, we are drunk, but for the context of understanding, we'll say 7 because there were 7 pregnant women. And Jonathan is literally sucking the dick of motherfucking...
What?
I don't know. Atrocitus. You're sucking Atrocitus's dick, bro.
Hey, that's what made it injustice. I also want to remind everybody, the Foundation are the good guys. Their methods are brutal, but
believe it or not,
brutal but necessary.
Believe it or not, the Foundation, and this is something I will always defend, even though it's a fictional universe. The Foundation, say for example, this shit is real. You can't do what they're doing without breaking some rules, you know?
Basically, committing war crimes.
Basically like the Jedi, but far more brutal.
Exactly. No, legit. They're like the Jedi, but instead of having cool lightsabers, they have a very angry fucking bearded dragon.
So, Dylan, does that conclude your 999 speech?
Before it continues, basically, for context, say those 7 women will represent 7 pillars. There's only 1 pillar left, and there were 7 pillars with 7 chains attached to an anomaly, a very, very large anomaly. In lore right now, I think it's only 1 left, Dylan, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there is a 1 pillar left, and if that pillar is to break, which could literally break at any time, would be the end of the world. And it's theorized that it is the brother of the Scarlet King.
They tried to repair the chains with, like, basically whatever you can think of. Nothing worked.
Anything they could think of.
Though. Duct tape or Gorilla Glue. Duct tape or Gorilla Glue.
Bro, Flex Seal! Dylan!
Flex Seal!
Hey, Phil Swift here. Do you have an
Phil Swift
interdimensional
here.
horror
Do you
that
have an
can kill all
interdimensional
humanity?
demon who ready to destroy humanity?
But you have to have
I'm
him
Phil
do it.
Swift here, and I'm gonna show you Flex Seal. That's a
No.
lot of damage. Flex Seal's the fucking demon. Now
Only
we're
he can do that.
Flex
Oh, Phil
SCP.
Swift is bro. Phil Swift is a keto.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. That concludes my story. John, when I come back, talk about yours. But I'm going to the bathroom and I'm gonna nut all over the toilet.
Wait, Dylan. Before you leave, I have one request.
Yeah.
Whatever you nut to, I need it to be me.
John,
I may as well take this opportunity to use the bathroom too.
So,
Okay.
like I was saying before, I had the idea of doing Scarlet King versus Chaos King
Oh,
for
really?
one of the battle
I didn't know-
simulations.
Okay,
You have
Jonathan. I'm gonna send you a message. I need to know if this is the SCP you looked at.
No.
I'm sending you the message. I'm not gonna say it out loud.
I don't want them to know. They might look at the messages.
They can't. I'm sending you it personally. I'm DMing you personally.
I'm not going to give you an answer because Judgment Day is coming.
I feel like it is. All I need. I'm gonna send it. All I need is a nod. Okay. Okay, I'm about to send it. You ready? You ready? You ready, John?
Who knows?
I figured that's what you were gonna talk about. Jonathan, I love you. I love you for everything you've done, but this is your magnum opus. This is the best thing you. We've made these jokes, John, but this will be the fucking end game of these jokes. He's gonna hate you. He's gonna hate you.
Something's going to happen. Let's just say that.
Bro, you're Dylan's personal Thanos. Bean, are you awake?
Oh, speaking of which,
I love you, John. I fucking love you.
Yeah, but I mean a dwarf and I'm digging
Digging a hole.
So, Dylan, like I was saying, you just reminded me. Remember when I said that I wanted to use an SCP for battle simulation? That was Scarlet King. I wanted him to fight the Chaos King.
Hey!
But it didn't go through. I had to stop that because there's no info on them.
On what? The Scarlet Daddy?
I have
Yeah.
a fair amount of coal.
Well, since you can destroy all of.
A fair amount
Just come up with your own shit. That's
I
what
am a
SCPs
dolphin.
are,
I'm digging a hole.
I thought Justin was twerking for a second. Alright, let me go through a random SCP. Oh, I thought they said the lobster.
Yeah, the Lobster King.
He's gotten in the drugs. Told me to go away.
A gorilla. Oh, it's a Euclid. Bro, I really want to write an SCP that doesn't get denied.
Hey, here's the thing.
Hey, there's one about a teenage girl. Let's go.
Dylan,
I'm joking.
Oh,
what the hell is taking you guys so long? Wait, what is Justin doing?
More to you about it tomorrow.
I think he's talking to
Okay.
Midnight.
be honest.
I thought it was like a Dark Side Phil situation where he was doing something NSFW.
Diggy, diggy, whore. I am a whore and I'm drilling your mom. Drilling your mom.
That's something that Simone the Digger would say.
Drilling your mom.
I really want to make an SCP that doesn't get rejected from the site.
I really want Kyle versus Simone to happen this season, but I know for a fact it isn't.
Yeah, well, I want 682 versus Doomsday.
Doomsday.
And I
I
want
think that-
SF6, which is happening.
and I want my Dragon Girl waifu to be real. We all can't get what we want.
We can't all have what we want.
This thing that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, Dylan.
All right, well, I guess while waiting for Justin's return, I guess I could talk a bit more about.
Yeah, his ass is literally right there.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll summarize a couple of other SCPs.
No, I'm never getting my turn.
I said I'll summarize them. Good.
You just said that your favorite one was a short one.
Well, yeah, but short can mean long. Pussy.
And long can mean short.
I'm tall.
Oh my god, the 3D glasses. Oh, I remember that one.
I'll find you out describing Taz for a second with 3D glasses.
I'm in 3D.
How?
Taz, whenever you take off your glasses, you look Asian.
Oh my god.
It's an Asian. Oh, Jesus, no. We're never getting funding.
I need my fish and rice.
Let me just say,
Kamikaze Yamoto.
but your rhymes are trash.
Put it next to your email. Oh.
I want an SCP tattoo.
Y'all might convince me to get a Mech Assault tattoo.
Well, why not? Justin and I are going into.
Yeah.
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 All right, this is my atlas. Let's take off my missiles and put on a minigun.
You.
I wanted a
That's not
tattoo
how that
back in the
works.
day, but I decided not to because of
What's
the
that?
impractical.
That's not how that works.
So I wanted a tattoo back in the day, but decided not to because of the Impractical Joker's tattoo punishment.
You're just a pussy then.
Dylan. That's not how that works.
What do you mean?
You
Stop,
can't take
look
off
at
your
that.
missiles and put in a minigun. Ming Ming.
All right, John. I reckon it's. I think it's. Dylan, were you done with you, SCP?
Now to talk about SCP-999 scale -1 through AB75862.
Actually, Dylan,
I
I personally request you go through every SCP up until 999 for Jonathan's too.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Oh wait.
But are you finished with 999?
Dylan,
That's
Dylan,
flat.
I know for a fact that Justin and Chaz are waiting for mine.
Yes.
Okay. Well, fuck me then.
Yes, we are.
Why Chaz? Because I don't know shit about the Foundation, huh? Fuck you.
Not about this one.
Honestly,
Hey!
Jonathan, you're pretty fucking obscure, brother.
Hey,
No one
Justin,
knows
let's
of
talk
it.
about SCP-053. In other words, the young girl.
The
Let's
young
talk about
girl.
her.
That's right up your alley, John. That's right up your alley, Dylan.
Hey,
All right,
let's
John.
go. My
John.
favorite. I mean, nothing.
John, take the stage. You have our attention.
Yep,
All
John.
right, guys.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
Somebody came down.
Oh,
It's a curse, brothers.
give him a second. What the frick?
You think,
There we
Barry-
go.
Oh, 96
Well, I-
got him.
Close Discord.
Oh.
I'm sober, I swear. I thought it was Google, bro.
I'll do a shot to that.
Honestly, I think that's pretty fucking based, bro. So I've done some damage to my whiskey so far.
That's a little
Yeah,
damage.
That's a
of
lot of damage.
All right, so
Jonathan,
please, let me talk about mine.
All right.
Please.
before you continue, Jonathan, I just gotta say, because I'm drinking the whiskey you gave me, I've tried it before. You made a fucking good choice.
I have a request. I think we should do a podcast, or not a podcast, where we literally just have trivia night. type ocean.
Yeah,
I think I mentioned that
Yeah.
that we do like some sort of game show kind of trivia night.
that's gonna happen one day. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It
I
is gonna
think
happen.
because my next technical subject is gonna be OC's part 2, but I think my next after that will be the trivia night.
Mine's gonna be
That
the
way
Hall
you
of Fame.
all have you not done? No, you have done that because that's where we got Jonathan talk about Loki raping people.
Yeah,
What?
that. Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah,
Whereas-
that.
Where John thought that a simple prank of Loki.
You
coming
know
out-
what would be a fun podcast, Dylan?
Huh.
Getting us to make our own personal OC gods, and then we talk about it.
No, I have a better one. Letting John give us a history lesson.
Yeah, I'm
No,
just chatting.
that would be a podcast all on its own.
Yeah, no, I'm
We
just chatting about this one.
talks fucking history, bro.
Oh.
So, the Peloponnesian War was fought between two factions.
The U.S.
Modern
and
America?
Mexico.
Yeah, you same idea.
Okay, so let's talk about
All right, as for the mythology trivia night, let's start off with an easy question. How many siblings does Zeus have?
17.
Yes. All right, John, you
Yeah.
have our attention.
The answer is yes. All right,
Everyone,
John, yeah, it's your
attention
turn.
to John.
I know this isn't going to last. So this SCP has been part of our friend group for years. He's one of the most famous ones. He's been part of world history, has done some of the most insane things ever. The Siberian Yeti.
Yep. What is it? What is this, John? What is this SCP?
Give him a name, not a number,
Give
but a
him a
name.
name. Give him a name, John. What is the great SCP you speak of?
SCP 6669. The Siberian Yeti.
Oh,
There he is.
there
Wait a
he is.
minute.
I was gonna bring that up.
No way.
I thought I was gonna say Dylan's dad.
Oh!
John just freaking averted expectations.
Bro, me and Chaz have never been more devastated with the words, you know.
Yeah, it's the only SCP they actually haven't contained yet, dude. Like,
Dude, no one knows where Dylan's dad is. Uncontainable, bro.
Reason I decided not to. I wanted to bring up the Siberian Yeti because he has done it all. He's killed a JFK.
He has done it all.
he did 9/11.
He started the
Just
Ukrainian.
in 9/11? Nah. That was a Siberian Yeti on that point, bro.
That was Bush.
No. Bush is a Siberian Yeti.
The following is the Siberian Yeti.
Everyone
Don't insult
negative.
the Yeti like that.
Yeah, wait. What the fuck, bro? I'm
Look,
coming to
he's
your bum.
done some of the worst things in human history. He created
Dude,
cuties.
are you come in my cave? I'll come in your fucking bum.
John, what do you mean? Cuties was I can't
Don't
say
do
it.
it,
Okay,
don't do it,
Sneeko.
don't do it.
I can't even joke about that movie.
It's pronounced
No.
Snecko.
But bro, cooties on the other hand. Now,
So,
cooties-
John, speak of the Siberian Yeti. Give us the lore.
wait, is that an actual SCP or are you just fucking
No!
around?
It's the joke.
Yes, I forget what number
Yes.
it is, but yes, it is. But this is more of the this is a Jonathan meme SCP.
Let me Google it. Or,
Go ahead. Dylan, you don't actually think that the Siberian Yeti is a real SCP, right?
Justin
It's
does.
a real
Chaz, can you do this? Holy fuck, Chaz can do that. That's fucking well.
Bruh, so I freaking searched Yeti on the SCP site, and this one is called the Shit Yeti.
Guys, I just looked up Siberian. Guys, I'm gonna send it to you, Chaz. Chaz.
Yeah.
So I looked up.
Oh wow, this is very detailed.
Chaz, this is I looked up the
Something else.
Glizbidian Yeti. This is what I got, bro.
I'm gonna paste this in the Tallywackers. This is the Shit Yeti, by the way.
Okay, so can I talk about
Chaz,
the
Chaz, is that the Siberian Yeti, bro?
Biddies.
knew
I
it.
broke the stream a little bit. Oh,
Oh.
shoot.
Wait, 053 is
Did
the
you just
Costco has it?
did you just get us banned via hentai, bro?
I don't know.
Wait, Wait,
Hold on.
053 is the cognito
Hold on.
hazard? I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Hold
Okay,
on.
guys, can I talk
Yes,
about
yes,
the
it is.
Siberian Yeti?
Yes, please,
Yes.
please.
So,
Oh,
Siberian Yeti was spotted 100 years ago.
That's we're fine. Okay.
go
Yes,
on, John.
Siberian Yeti was spotted about 100 years ago. So we
That's
really
a
don't
lie.
know
I saw him in my
much
backyard a month ago.
We really don't know much about him, but we could trace him to some of humanity's most important events: World War I, World War II, the sinking of the Titanic.
I don't know what I'd do if I saw a Yeti with a
Dude,
Maxim.
everyone knows the Titanic sank because the Siberian Yeti was on the iceberg and fucking wheel kicked the fucking Titanic.
I don't know what I'd do if I saw the Yeti with a Maxim machine gun.
He created Star Wars.
Fucking hell,
He-
League.
He was involved in the Korean War. He was involved in the Babylonian War. He was actually Alexander the Great.
He was Alexander the Great. Hey, fella, swell this. Now get a fan element from Pella Paste.
I brought their foes to the knees of Phoenicia.
Oh.
He created epic rap battles of history. He is both of the creators.
He is epic, Lloyd.
He is epic LL. Whoa, yo, mama.
He created Earth. He is God. He is the Siberian Yeti.
He is the master spinjitzu.
He's Master Splinter.
Long before Earth had glizzies.
Long before.
Yeah.
There
bitch.
was the king.
He is Yoda.
The Allspark.
My balls.
Long before Earth was created, there were my balls.
So yeah, that's the Siberian Yeti. It's basically something that Jazz kept on memeing, and now has become etched into our friend group.
Everyone, clap for Jonathan.
He is responsible for everything, guys. He is the Thanos of
Jonathan. Jonathan, fucking the Siberian Yeti is Thanos.
Chemical warfare.
And this is before I go. These are my words of wisdom. I have one more thing that the Siberian Yeti has done. He is Dylan's father.
Oh,
We did. We weren't wrong, Daddy.
We
Are
were
you going out to start another
Daddy.
war again?
Are you the Siberian Yeti?
no!
Okay. I love you.
You want to talk shit about my non-existent father? Okay, let's talk about gender identity. Now, there are
That's an
only
SCP.
Okay, Chaz, fix the stream because I say we continue.
Oh,
Ow!
Jesus Christ.
Ow.
Oh, what did I just...
Bro, I heard that. Did you just
Ow.
fucking dink you too?
I've done that before.
You want to battle wits? Use the better buzzer fist. I fought the caste system, but you still can't touch his slumdog skillionaire first name Messiah. I'm so hot. I spit yoga fire.
Now, I want to briefly talk about an SCP that's actually the most recent one. It is one that exists in the various parts of the globe. Globe? Globe! That exists in various parts of the globe that cannot be contained. It is known as SCP-7985, also known as the female.
The V code.
The V card. I forgot about that as a dusty meme.
Guys, we're about this is a rare timeline. We're about to continue a pod. I say we do this until the maximum we go for this is 12. I think that's fair because me and Chaz need MWO. We need it.
Like our body is just.
Why am I never included?
Do you not? Need
Well,
it?
Dylan, do you like MWO?
Yes, I think it's a great game.
Then we all need MWO.
Then we all need it.
I don't hate it. I just don't play it on my own because I'm playing Sekiro and Destiny.
Sekiro.
I hate my life. I hate my life on both accords.
So
Dylan,
is it?
let's
Would
be
this
honest,
make
we
it?
just hated last.
This would make it my turn, right? Right, Dylan?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
Okay.
is your turn. Okay, so the new rotation is me, Justin, and Chaz. So.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll do one more rotation after Chaz, so we'll each get 2 SCPs, and then
Yeah.
we'll end the stream.
All right, fair enough. So my first choice. I don't know the freaking number. Something I hate about freaking SCPs. They're given numbers. I'm not gonna remember any of that except 096. That's it. And 999.
Well,
999 is three letters? Numbers. So I'm talking about the SCP.
Sephiroth.
I'm just gonna.
Fucking Sephiroth. He's a bismarck.
Oh my god! I did not fix it.
Oh my god, it's not fixed.
Oh my god, it's Christmas.
So the SCP.
Oh yeah, Chaz, you did not fix it. Wow, you did not.
I did not fix it.
Yo,
That-
but
now
wait, we
it's
got Thor in the background now, bro.
Hey!
Why is I love how Dylan's webcam is the second part of his webcam is specific on the stream to Hitler Thor.
Sadly, Hitler Thor is not in the stream.
Well, he was.
Oh well.
When you said you didn't fix it, the other
Oh.
weird part above
It was a jump
Dylan's
scare.
webcam was specifically, yeah, spooky bro.
So
Pooed
the
myself.
SCP I am talking about, which is a Keter class. I didn't know what that
Keter.
meant until today.
Keto. It's keto.
It's Keter. No, it's keto.
Joe, do you say keto or keto?
Me?
Yeah,
I said Keter.
good.
No, it's keto friendly.
It's Keter, you bitch.
It's keto. Anyway.
It's keto.
So
Keto was a diet,
yeah.
and it doesn't work. It's
God
a,
damn it,
it's a
now
scam.
Attack of the Dead Man is stuck in my head. I'm a
Anyway, so
100 men dead, and my mom fled. Give me head.
Auschwitz, then, and again, Attack of the Dead.
Switch.
Man.
Cool.
anyway, ignoring whatever the frig came out of your mouth. Speaking of Nazis,
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of Nazis, actually,
So-
legit. Speaking of Nazis,
I'm not gonna even bother trying to say the actual SCP, the literal SCP name. I'm calling it the SCP Bismarck. I hate
Hey!
What's the
SCP
number,
names. I
Chaz?
can't remember
What's
the
the
numbers
number,
at all.
Chaz? What's the number, Chaz? What's the number, Chaz?
Fine, let me-
Chaz.
Fine.
Well, it's 42-17 because Chaz sucks.
Okay.
There you go. 42-17. Thank you,
So,
Dylan.
the Bismarck. So, what I find slightly confusing is that the Bismarck is a little ship in real life that was created to give a massive middle finger to
To anything that opposes it.
massive middle finger to the treaties that took place after the defeat of Germany in World War I. Germany would then make a battleship that was basically the battleship Yamato is bigger and has more guns, to my knowledge, but I think the Bismarck was made first, and I think it had more armor.
Yes.
I'm not positive on that.
Hey,
But,
Boja.
Dylan's drinking. So, the Bismarck, to give that story, it was a crisis for the freaking British. I'll keep it brief. The British had 2 of their crowned, best pride of the nation battleships.
Everyone knows the Bismarck is Canadian.
What?
Don't expose us like that.
That's how Josh blow.
This is like documents.
They ain't supposed to know the Bismarck was Canadian.
But the Bismarck, named after Otto von Bismarck, one of the people who directly involved in the creation of modern day Germany in the 1800s. The Bismarck was made I believe it was commissioned. Not commissioned is not really the word. It was given the AOK by Hitler, basically as a big middle finger to the Treaty of Versailles, which common misconception that the Treaty of Versailles was one big treaty. There were lots of treaties.
was not.
After World War One, loads of them. But the Treaty of Versailles, I believe, that it specifically refers to Germany. There could have been even more for Germany, but for the sake of simplicity, we're just gonna say Treaty of Versailles, middle finger to Treaty of Versailles. Treaty of Versailles is brought up a lot in World War II. If you're a World War II knower. Now, the Bismarck...
What, Chaz, am I a World War II knower?
I like to think you are.
Oh,
I like to think so.
I am a knower.
You are.
I'm a World War One. I'm a World War II. I'm a Vietnam. If there's been a war, if factions were involved, I'm a knower.
I want to know. The thing is about knower.
The thing is about World War II.
Would it be controversial to say that you know more about Nam than World War One or Two?
Oh, I know more about World War II than I know anything. I know a lot about Nam. I think my worst subject would be World War One, but I'd say it's World War II, Nam, World War One.
For me, it'd be World War II, World War One, World War II because it's just so covered. World War.
I was gonna say World War II is very easy to get yourself into.
World War II, World War One, then Nam.
So the only difference between us is Nam and World War One.
But
you would probably know more about World War One. I know for a fact I know more about Nam than you.
Oh, that's I'm not gonna argue that.
I literally participated.
You taught me about freaking, what was it, rat holes?
Yep. The
is that the name?
Is
that the name? Is that the name?
Tunnel rats. Tunnel rats. I'm a motherfucking rat. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm such a little rat. But back on the topic. The Bismarck was created to be a direct middle finger to the Treaty of Versailles. Basically, Germany was rebelling against all the treaties that it had agreed to in World War One. The Nazi Party took over, blah, blah, blah. Yep. The Bismarck was absolutely freaking mental. It had more armor than almost any battleship ever created, point blank period, at all. It was made, honest to God, it was made pretty quickly. And it had plenty of guns and all those things. It went out to the Atlantic. The British were concerned of starving to death because their supply lines were getting frigged by Germany. So the British were like, that is the biggest threat to our freaking nation right now. So they threw everything they had at it. Their 2 crowned ships got mauled, 1 destroyed. And eventually the second battle that they had, Germany would fail, and the Bismarck was destroyed. The Bismarck was literally attacked to the point with explosives that its hull was glowing red because they couldn't penetrate the armor. But
was a little spicy.
It was running spicy. It should have had override. But the Bismarck was taken down. The part where I'm getting the SCP part, and the part that I don't fully understand, is the SCP, the Bismarck SCP is a living creature, with flesh and mind and eyeballs. In fact, the eyeballs protrude from the hull. It says...
Because I told you this before, don't expect an explanation as to how an SCP works. You're not going to get that unless it's 079. That's it.
Yeah.
079, I think, is the only one
that 07, yeah, motherfucker's been covered so much.
Now,
that's the only one that we know how he exists.
So, freaking somehow, again, like what Dylan said, we're not getting an explanation. The Bismarck, or the ship the Bismarck, I don't know if it is the ship the Bismarck itself from the original battle. If a creature just inhabited it or whatever, or if it's just a creature that decided to make a copy of the Bismarck. My interpretation is the creature basically copied the Bismarck, and that the Bismarck was never always a creature, because that wouldn't make any freaking sense. Okay, it would make less.
100 Bismarcks dead.
But
what would you do if there's 100 Bismarcks?
Cry.
Very fair
creature,
response.
Which inhabits the Bismarck, because the Bismarck is both a ship, a literal the Bismarck, and a creature of flesh. It goes into a passive state and a hostile state. The only way to make it passive is to shell the frick out of it. And
literally treat it like it's Omaha Beach.
Just delete it. Which luckily it's not the worst thing to deal with. I would imagine in modern day times we have better battleships, but it is
No.
It is most
No.
certainly
No. We have not improved anything.
in
We are
100
still
years.
using M1 glands.
But it's from my interpretation from reading it, it doesn't go into vast detail, though there is a very cool thing I'll bring up in a second. It
Lies,
it is
cap.
the Bismarck. Again, don't expect an explanation as to where it gets its ammo and all these everything.
It's anomalous, bro. It fucking summons it from its Gunther.
From its gussy.
Dude,
But,
honestly, probably.
But basically
Hunted men
the way
dead
to
in the Bismarck named Fred.
The way to subdue it, it goes at 40 knots when it's on the surface. It uses the ship's it uses the ship's mechanical parts. It uses the ship's engine and all that. If it is submerged, because it's submergible, because of course it freaking is. We need a submergible freaking war machine. But if it is submerged, it can go 30 knots using water projection, water propulsion from the flesh of the beast. And I made the joke last night that it literally urinates at 30 knots.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. But all of its guns, its little mechanical firearms work as they do on the Bismarck. So
I hate to interrupt.
Yes.
Chaz,
Yes.
it's not even 11.
Oh, Jesus frick, no it's not.
It's not even 11, bro.
God. But the SCP it enters a passive state. When it's in its passive state, it's usually submerged and just fragging around. I don't know, just regaining its strength. I'm not sure. I don't know why the SCP Foundation hasn't found a way to kill the thing. It just
Because a lot of anomalous objects are genuinely impossible to kill. 096 being an example.
Yeah. We didn't even cover
Some things literally can just not die.
We didn't even cover 096. But anyway,
No, but I still have. I mean, we're doing a full loop. We're doing two turns each.
So they shelled the basically to subdue it and make it not filled with hatred. You shell it enough and then it frags off until one day it resurfaced. It was there. They had sight on it. They had SCP. The Foundation itself has battleships. That's how big the Foundation is. Not overly surprising, but like, god dang, battleships aren't cheap. But they have battleships. They know how to take care of it. And this is Keter.
Blubber.
Basically, super dangerous. It has actually destroyed civilian vessels before. There are survivors, and to say the survivors are usually like the governments are basically said, don't say a word, and you're good.
Don't do it.
They probably compensated them. I don't know, but yeah, the battleship in its hostile state shoots anything. I wouldn't be surprised if it uses anti-air guns to shoot at freaking seagulls. It just goes ballistic.
Anti-air scullions.
It literally goes ballistic. And since it can't die, it literally just frigs around. I don't know how they track it. Man, I don't know, man. But every now and again, they have to blow it to freaking smithereens, and then it frigs off down below in the deep. I believe its deepest depth is 1,100 meters.
Yep.
I don't know how impressive that
Around
is.
That, yeah.
I don't know how impressive that is in terms of like submarines and stuff. I don't know if that's even possible for us currently. That just me reading it, that sounded mental.
Hold on. Max submarine depth. 300 meters. And average nuclear submarine.
How deep is the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes.
Hold on. What is the deepest part of the ocean?
Well, the ocean, not the Atlantic.
Well, I'm just specifically saying ocean right now, but I'll say Atlantic. Okay, so what was the depth?
1,100 is
so the max depth is 11,000.
Oh.
But the max depth of the Atlantic is 8,486 miles.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
So a lot deeper than
Yeah, okay. So it just basically
It's touched 1/8 of the depth.
it frags off, and we just can't do anything until one day its behavior was very it was strange. It wasn't shooting immediately, and the SCP Foundation got into contact with the ship itself, and they spoke German because it is a Nazi ship. So they just started speaking German.
And Nazis are known to speak German.
I thought
Controversial opinion.
Controversial opinion, but Nazis speak German.
I thought the Nazis were Russian.
No, misconception. But they get into contact with the ship. The man spoke Russian. I would love to give you the name of the man himself, but I don't.
Gorbachev.
It was Gorbachev.
But
did somebody say Bismarck?
Did somebody say Bismarck? But they were directly speaking with the ship via, I believe, radio. The man got within 200 meters of the thing, so very close. Keep in mind, this thing is a fleshy creature with tentacles that doesn't give a fuck.
A fleshoid.
And for one day, it just decided, I just don't feel like killing yet. And they have a conversation. And the conversation goes, the best I can say, eventually there's a video feed. Don't ask me how that works. But on the modern battleships, there's a video feed of what it was trying to convey. And it was rapid flashing of Jupiter, the planet, and that apparently it kept zooming into a red spot on Jupiter, I want to say. Is that what I read?
Oh, this ties into that SCP.
But it kept zooming in. That's what the video did, and it also just flashed with Adolf Hitler freaking speeches.
Commander Hitler! Commander Third Reich!
The fact of the stupid.
By the way, Justin, I love that we have the same vibe for that one.
Yep.
I think there's a little bit more, but it was basically the ship itself was communicating, and it was like it was either confused or it was like Jupiter and what? It was trying its best to communicate, and eventually it just got, I'm confused, I'm annoyed. It eventually just screeched, literally fired all of its ballistics in every direction, and then the captain was like, alright, boys, we've had enough, I guess.
It literally ejaculated.
It just nutted, and then, well, the 3 battleships, because it is specifically 3 of the SCP Foundation that have 3 battleships to deal with that SCP specifically, and they just shelled it until it was calm. And sadly, there was never communication ever again. The fact that they communicated with it is the part that fascinates me the most.
No.
Sometimes
that is SCP Bismarck. I don't know the number. I'm not going to remember.
4217.
With permission, before we continue, I'm going to go pee.
No! Permission denied.
Chaz, go piss. Go piss, Chaz. I'm sick of you. Little fucking
May as well.
beaner.
Beaner.
I
ate don't change the stream.
Imagine of your mom. Oh my god, is Jonathan back? Ow. Jonathan?
I saw that there was no one there, so I decided to enter.
Are you here with your phone?
Yeah,
What are you doing here, buddy?
like I said, I decided to enter because I saw that the live stream popped up on Google, and I just
Yeah, no, we're still here.
all right.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I want to let you know beforehand. I think it's time that I kill the Dylan's dad meme. I think it might be time to kill it.
But it's beautiful.
I know, but all good things must come to an end. Like when Charlie killed us first.
No, but the Moistiverse.
Yep.
Jonathan's here, Chaz.
The hell? What are you doing? Oh, you broke the stream.
Oh yeah, you probably did.
God
Why the
damn.
hell is John? Why the hell is John back?
I just decided to pop up and say hi. So,
Hi.
Fair enough.
Hi.
And just like with Battlefront 2, it's time to kill him. Yeah.
And like that, he
And
vanishes.
like that. So now it is Justin's turn for the SCPs. We're all here now.
My SCP will be Adolf Hitler, commander of the Third Reich. Little known fact, also dope on the mic. You are Vader with your little boots and cape and the helmet to cover up your burnt ass face. You have the force to move objects. Yeah, well, I have the force of truly evil. They even went back in time and turned you back into the prequel. Hey guys, I'm Adolf Hitler, commander of the Third Reich.
Third Reich.
Little known fact, shot time.
Reach for my bottle.
I'm Adolf Hitler, commander of the Third Reich. Little known fact, also shot time.
Also shot time.
You are Wingler with your little glues and glop. With your little
Weird
glues
fact about
glop to
Hitler,
clean up your glues
He
glop.
was a vegetarian because he didn't like animal cruelty.
Human though was alright.
Yeah, human cruelty. Don't give a single frick. Nobody. You don't.
I'm Beendorf Hitler. And there she goes.
But well, just I might as well take this opportunity to ask, what's your opinions on the Bismarck SCP?
Cool, but not my favorite.
I thought it was easily the most fascinating than the one that Dylan sent.
Hold on, I need to go molest someone.
Oh, fair enough.
It's time for a week. It's time for a week. What?
Well, we're witnessing a rape in the making. This is it, boys. I'll do a shot to that. Just so I can forget.
Why?
Okay.
What? What?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Oh, well, look at that. I broke it. I broke it. Really? Okay, hold on. This will take a second. Hold on. Just deal with the broken. The broken cannot hurt you.
What did I do? I love you. Huh? Yes. Go. Yeah. Most dramatic individual.
I know you're pooing.
There we go.
Gandalf Glutler.
I am a little pooper.
Gandalf, glue. Oh, Dylan's back.
Oh. Why the hell is John back?
He's not.
Yeah, but why was he back earlier?
He just felt like saying hi.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. See you.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Justin is on. It's just
Dylan's dad.
There it is.
All
There
right,
it
Seth, are you done with yours?
I am done with the Bismarck. Closing thoughts on the Bismarck. Justin gave his.
Phony.
It's
Phony boat. Go
It's-
pew.
I
Your
like
fleshy.
Fleshy boat.
I like it.
Boat with left floosh.
But don't wait. Closing thoughts on the Bismarck.
He's good. I like.
So are we doing 1 cycle or 2 cycles? Vote now.
Well,
I don't care.
I'm okay with 2. That's fine.
Okay, so we'll do 2. All right.
It'll be a little faster because there's 3 of us and not 4.
No. Well, I mean, Jonathan took 2 seconds, so it really won't change anything.
Fair. But Justin,
So I think everyone who knows me knows what I'm about to say, and the fact that it hasn't been said already is offensive. So I'm gonna do 1 classic, 1 non-classic.
What
Yeah,
she
that's
said.
SCP. So my first SCP I'm gonna talk about is 096, also known as the Shy Guy.
Okay.
In other words, we're fucked.
I thought that was it. I can't remember numbers at all.
096.
That's like the easiest way to identify them as their number.
So you ever see, Slender Man, how you're not supposed to look at him or he'll take you to the world of funny tentacle rape? Well, this guy, you look at him, and he gives you worse than funny tentacle rape. He gives you funny redacted rape. 096 was discovered on the mountains. We don't
Also,
know exactly
my
what
current
mountains, but
favorite,
he was
by the way. I feel like 096.
my current favorite as well.
I think 096 is everyone's favorite, honestly.
No, it's usually 096, 049, 175, and
Mine's 999.
I know what one of those.
999.
Oh, well, 999.
That's another one that a lot of people like.
that's an easy
682.
number.
682 is another big one people like.
I gotta do that death battle, by the way.
So 096 is a very large, pale, very thin humanoid creature.
He's taller than Justin somehow.
Oh yeah, he's like I think it's like 2.50 meters in height. Homie's tall. His
like
jaw,
height.
homie's jaw can open up to, I think it was 4 times the size of a normal human. So 096 is usually docile and will just be sat there crying, mumbling to himself in his
What a
own little
bitch.
sad. Oh yeah, you want to call him a bitch? Go say it to his
I mean,
face.
honestly, he won't say anything as long as your eyes are closed when you say it.
You'll do fucking no.
Oh no, but the thing is, no. The thing is, he'll do something. If you a bitch, then you'll close your eyes. But if you're a man, you'll open your eyes and he'll do something.
He'll do so. You will frig around and find out.
You will fuck around and you'll find of the utmost out. So usually he's docile, and he's considered a Euclid because of that. Me and Dylan have gone on a record to say we don't agree with that. He's a Keter.
He has to be Keter.
Like when you explain what Keter means, he's a freaking Keter. He is keto.
He is a Keter. He is a
096 is all he's fine until anyone looks at a singular pixel of his face.
That includes
the second
that does include animals. Little hamster will be like, "Yo, what?"
Fucking hamster gazes upon him,
Yo,
and the
what
hamster's dead.
I need to wonder, does that extend to bugs?
Probably not.
No.
I think it extends to sentience.
Fair, like any mammals.
Yes. So 096 is docile until you view a picture, in person, anything to do with his face.
Like
Apparently-
second 09
even drawings.
Actually, no.
No, not
artistic-
drawings.
Oh really?
I was wrong about that.
Artistic representations of 096's face are fine.
That's my bad. I thought they did. Just so you know, if you say that artistic depictions do trigger him, you'll be hunted down by the
Yes.
Phantom.
Yes, you will. So if you view an actual picture of 096's face, 096 will go into what they call a tantrum. He'll begin to babble incoherently and get very agitated. And then, no matter what, no matter where he is, no matter where you are, he will hunt you down, moving speeds faster than jets.
I love that because I need somebody to be on the moon and see. Just Superman Joe.
It is not known what 096 does to you exactly, but what is known is that he leaves no trace.
Yeah.
There's nothing left behind from 096's attack. We don't know what happened. What we do. The Foundation does, but we don't.
For good reason, probably.
So 096 again. So 096 is a very easy SCP to explain. You look at him and he wants to kill you. But my main reason for bringing up 096 is his class. He's not a Euclid. I want to bring up an example.
No. Is it he is Euclid, not Keter?
He should be Keter.
He's
but
classified as Euclid.
As a matter of fact,
really
Dylan explained. What was it, yesterday or the day before? I don't know which. I think it was yesterday. He explained why he almost ended the universe.
And I'm going to re-explain.
Yeah, he almost.
And I'm going to give a scenario. Say, okay, for example, 096 breaks containment, which is very easy. There is a confirmed case of someone who had went hiking into an undisclosed mountain.
This is canon, by the way.
Yes, this is canon.
This is actually canon.
Who took a picture, and I think it was 4 pixels of 096's face were in that picture. That's all it took. So that's all it took.
It could be literally a singular pixel of his lip.
Yes. And that's all it takes. So 096 obviously breaks containment. The hypothetical is, what if 096 were to break containment and the person who saw him was in a high-density city? Obviously, once shit starts to go down, people are going to see his face.
There will be hell to pay.
Yes. People will see his face. There will be videos of his face, and it's going to get spread. And eventually, a very large portion of the Earth, if not all of, because news, it's especially now with modern day, news travels fast, and it's very easy to get. So say 90% of the world sees 096's face through like Twitter, whatever news feed you're looking through. That's 90% of the Earth dead, gone. So nothing you can do.
Inevitably, it would spread further. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing you can do to stop 096's hunt. Literally, homie got 810 warthogged and fucking shrugged it off like it was nothing. The thing with 096, in the first, it's probably my favorite, like, actual in-lore containment log. There was a group that went in to contain 096 without the knowledge of who 096 was because they didn't know. They looked at his face, and even a Gao 9 Avenger, which is the 50 cal that's attached to a Warthog, an A10 Warthog, did absolutely nothing to 096.
Nope.
It destroyed his flesh. But the thing with 096 is his skeletal structure is nigh invincible. The only thing, and this is, again, like we've talked about in SCP Tales, the only thing that's been ever been known to damage 096's skeletal structure is 173.
I love that tale, by the way.
That is the only thing that we know of, again, not canon, that can even hurt his structure. 682?
Wasn't that fan story basically they put 096 in the room with the lizard? They got really angry with each other. They fought. which the containment employees could only hear. They couldn't actually see it. Less containment breach. And then it basically concluded with them both being horrified of each other.
Yeah, it was a stalemate where both 682 and 096 wanted nothing to do with each other. The only SCP who has ever been known to actually damage 096 is 173, which is the sculpture. It's the only thing that's ever been known. He broke his spine, and then they poured acid into the spine, and it hurt him.
Wait,
but
this is 096?
Yes,
damn.
173 snapped 096's spine at I think it was the upper spine, and then the Foundation poured acid into that wound, which then ended up hurting him. He recovered. And again, that's an SCP tale. There is no current means in lore to destroy 096. And again, it is just so easy modern day to have an XK with 096.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Which makes me wonder why the fuck he isn't Kiru. I get he's easy to contain, but even then, he's not. Chaz could have in his room a picture of 096. You wouldn't know about it.
Like, I could just look away, take a selfie of him, put it on freaking 4chan, and well...
And then everyone's dead.
It's like... See?
I'm gonna do my first one is gonna be pretty fast. Oh, everyone knows on 096 the Shy Guy, but yeah, that's my first entry on my SCPs. 096, Dylan, your turn.
Aw.
All right, Dylan's done. Chaz, your turn.
I think you forgot to mention the doctors who organized the containment breach.
Okay. So, oh god, I can't remember his name.
Oh
god, what's his name? No.
Oh well, let's look. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say. Phantom.
Was it Dr. Dan? Dr. Dan.
Dude, the ratings for 096 is 3,617.
So Dr. Dan, this is a canonical story. Dr. Dan organized what was basically goggles that MTF could use to look at 096. It was called Scramble. So basically, it was goggles that would make 096's face completely just basically 8-bit. Well, it would scramble 096's face, so MTF people who were capturing him could see his face.
See without dying.
But the issue was those goggles were not faster than light. Light is faster than those goggles reacting to his face. So there was a split second that they would see his face, and that's all it took. But Dr. Dan knew that. His whole thing was he wanted to show the world, SCP Foundation, that Dr. Dan is like me and Dylan. We're both on the side of he is Kiru. Dr. Dan's whole thing is that they should destroy 096 at all costs.
Yep.
So he knew that these goggles would have that fault and that these men would die, but he did it for the sole purpose of if he can show the Foundation, specifically 05, the 05 Council, which are basically the highest of the high.
Yeah.
They are basically Illuminati's mother.
Yeah.
He wanted to show them that 096 because they wanted to study 096. He wanted to show them that 096 needs to be destroyed. So what he did, someone had seen 096's face, which would be the mountain example with like 4 pixels. And they sent MTF Mobile Task Force to that location with the Scramble. And what ended up happening is basically an entire village genocide plus SCP Foundation. And then it's found that Dr. Dan knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, he organized the breach on purpose.
So there was a clause. Dr. Dan was cleared to find a way to kill 096, but the second 096 is dead, Dr. Dan would be terminated as well. So Dr. Dan got what he wanted, but the second he got what he wanted, he would die.
He organized the breach and literally almost ended the world. They knew that, but I don't think they told him that.
Yep, because he was personally assigned to 096. He was 096's head researcher.
I'm pretty sure he also had a partner. Dr. Alexi, I think.
Yeah. Him and Alexi were the personal researchers of 096. And yeah, that's kind of the main story of 096. Dylan, you next.
Closing thoughts on
Chazzy
096.
Cringe.
He's very simple. I like him. I physically need 096, somebody to like have a exploration force on the moon, and just look at 096 and just.
He would fly, brother. He would fly.
He was put in the IKEA, which is like an alternate dimension, like
An infinite dimension of endless IKEA.
Yeah, legit. And somebody looked at his face on the outside, and he somehow found a way out.
Yeah, he not only did he find the subject, but then found a way out, which people have, but
it's just really hard.
It's I love
it
the
is,
infinite IKEA.
but it is possible to find a way out. So, I'm torn on talking about 053, the little girl, but I decided to talk about a different one. This one is Keter. This is SCP 1048.
Can I just mention that
what is so fucking important that you have to interrupt my story? You bitch.
The Bismarck is Keter class, but when you think about it, its destructive capability is not comparable to 096. Like technically,
1048.
Well, that's not the point. The point is that they barely know shit about it, and it's hard to contain.
I'm surprised. Yeah, you know what, Dylan? I respect the 1048 choice. I respect that. I respect that.
053 or 3008.
I think you made the best choice. 1048 is beautiful.
Go on.
This one is fucking hell.
Another one of the classics.
So, Chaz, you remember how I talked about the patchwork stuffed bear?
Yeah.
That they're 2295, how it would literally do everything it can to heal a person that's injured physically.
I have a fat question with that. Does it sedate you beforehand?
Probably not.
No.
That's horrifying. You would come in with like freaking a bullet wound. It wouldn't sedate you. It would just freaking rip you to pieces and put you back together.
Well, it's an SCP.
Yeah, that's the point. It probably does it painlessly. Let's be real. This is an SCP.
I don't know, man.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
It's Ethan.
Well, can he wait?
To it.
Can he wait till we're done the podcast?
Yeah, I just told him.
Can he wait? If not, that's fine. He'll just have to wait.
Well, and then we're gonna play MWO, so I don't think there's much of a point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now I talked about 20. I already forget the number. 2295. This, to summarize, as Chaz mentioned, if you're physically injured, he'll do everything he can to heal you. Now, let's talk about his evil twin brother.
Oh.
Holy fuck, 1048 is...
This is Keter.
Yes.
Yeah, 1048. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Is it Keter
Let's
or
just jump
Keter?
right into it. I say Keter.
I say Keter.
Okay, you were saying Keter earlier. You liar.
Well, I say Keter, but Chaz was saying Keter, so I said Keter because Chaz was saying Keter.
Well, Chaz is just a bitch. Anyway, so...
Well, yeah.
1048. Fun fact, was originally classified as safe.
Safe?
So,
yep. Hold
so
on, I'll be like 2 seconds. Keep telling Dylan.
Okay, yeah, Justin knows what this is. So, essentially, 1048 looks like a typical ordinary teddy bear. Thing is, however, it's sentient. It basically does like a little couple of gestures where like it'll hug your leg, it'll do like drawings that like look like child drawings. It's friendly, it's nice, it's adorable, and that's why it was classified as safe.
Yeah.
Problem is 1048-A. And oh boy. So 1048-A is now see there's a reason why 1048 is known as the Build-A-Bear. So SCP-1048 can build replica of itself based out of like crude materials. So like basically anything.
Yeah.
And there's 3 instances of 1048 aside from the regular. 1048-A, 1048-B, and 1048-C. 1048 1048-A is made out of human ears.
Okay.
It was noticed during it was basically discovered according to this, it was basically discovered during an ordinary day. But I also want to point out, while it was safe, 1048 was allowed to freely roam the facility because at this point nobody knew how hostile 1048-A through C was. So 1048 itself was allowed to roam the facility. That changed when 1048-A came into existence. Or like through C. So 1048-A was discovered. A security team tried to contain it. It let out an ear-piercing screech that could be heard by everybody within a 10-meter radius, hurting their eyes and ears. Shortly thereafter, ears began to grow across the bodies of everybody who heard it, causing death by asphyxiation.
Okay.
After this, 1048 and 1048-A fled the scene and have not been contained since the incident, though both sites of the SCPs have been reported on multiple occasions. 1048-B. Oh my fucking god. So, if you're a faint of heart, you're not gonna like this. This involves an 8-month pregnant researcher. And Justin knows what I'm talking about. Oh my god.
I'm so pregnant.
So, 1048-B was discovered in the cafeteria of Site 24, which is where 1048 is contained. It basically looks almost exactly like 1048, but it like has like jerky and twitchy movements. And it was nearly identical, but it moved irregularly. And witnesses reported that it appeared as if something was moving inside of SCP-1048-B. It made no attempt to interact initially with Foundation personnel until a burst seams that revealed what appeared to be the hand of a human infant poking out and grasping in the air out of 1048-B. At the sight of this, a female researcher named Dr. Redacted screamed, and SCP-1048-B reacted by emitting a high-pitched
That's a lot
cry,
of damage.
similar to a human infant. The screaming researcher had massive internal damage. In the ensuing chaos, a security team was forced to redacted both the researcher and 1048-B. It was hypothesized that 1048 created 1048-B by aborting the researcher's fetus that she was pregnant with 8 months. It wasn't confirmed, but it was highly hypothesized that the human infant sticking out of 1048-B was the researcher's 8-month-old infant, or 8-month-old fetus. So, yeah! There's a more detailed description from SCP Illustrated where it literally crawled into her vagina and ripped out the fetus. And created... This is 1048, and it created 1048-B. Now, 1048...
This is the same series of SCPs that would have the one that's like, hey, I'll help you, man. You got some fucking... you got a broken leg, I got you.
At first, 1048-A, 1048 was designated as safe because he was non-hostile, which he himself is, but his replicas are extremely hostile.
So why are we getting into why they're Keter class? Keter?
Yeah, I already mentioned it. Because we barely know anything about it. We thought we knew a lot about it, but then it could make the replicas that were hostile and killed people. Like the ear one and the fetus. Now let's talk about 1048-C. 1048-C resembles 1048, but composed entirely of rusted metal scraps. It was cited by Dr. Carver, the main researcher assigned to 1048, after he was writing up an incident report of the 1048-B incident. Dr. Carver was in his office writing up the report where he saw 1048-C. 1048-C immediately ran away when it noticed that Dr. Carver was observing it, and it murdered anybody it saw in its path, maiming the hell out of their bodies.
Uh-huh.
1048-C has not been seen since the initial sighting, and it's unknown whether it still resides within the site. Basically, 1048 is currently uncontained, and as well as its replicas, and it's believed that it's still within its main site, Site 24. And to quote Dr. Carver, we don't know how many replicas are out there.
7.
It because 1048 can create these replicas out of anything. Human ears, a fetus, metal. It can literally create these things out of anything, and who knows how many are currently around and are a danger to society. And that's why
I'm one of them.
That's why its object class was upgraded from safe to Keter. Because we don't know where it is. We thought we knew a lot about it. We don't know shit. And it's incredibly dangerous. Its replicas are dangerous. And if they're found, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be shot on sight.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says extreme caution caution is to be taken if SCP-1048-A through C are to be encountered again. And to quote Dr. Carver, I cannot stress this enough. The damn thing jumped right through those poor people from Dr. Carver.
Yep.
So 1048, you do not want to fuck with it. 1048 itself is harmless. Its replicas will kill you.
My mother.
Was the original ever questioned on this?
No, because 1048 itself. Yes, Justin.
Yay.
Chaz, 1048 itself can only communicate by hugging your leg and basically drugs. That's basically it. It can't speak.
It's non-verbal, yeah.
Okay.
But
the homie made it of ears will make your ears bleed.
It was even stated in the site that it was believed that 1048 acted friendly to lure Foundation staff personnel into a false sense of security, allowing it to make 1048-A through C. Which
you got that, homies.
Let's be honest here, it worked.
Yeah, it did.
It actually worked because 1048-A through C are very hostile, and extreme caution is to be taken if they are sighted. If you see 1048 itself, you're fine because it's not hostile.
Because it's just a homie.
Wah.
No, it lures you into a false.
I love to. Wah.
And that, my friends, is SCP-1048. To quote Dr. Bob, 1048 has been classified as Keter, and you are fucked.
Yep. Wah.
Wait, so which one is the good one?
Chaz, it's your turn.
There's a lot of them.
The original is the best.
Yeah, okay. 173.
So I'm gonna talk about again. I'm not gonna freaking try and mention the number. I'm not gonna.
Are you talking about the scope of your neck?
No, I'm talking about the mask.
The what?
The gas mask.
That one. Hold on.
That
is that is $14.99.
SCP. I love to.
Yes, the numbers are the easiest way to identify them.
No.
Yeah.
No, they are.
There is gas mask, Shy Guy, Bismarck.
He was made
Peanut.
What else, Chaz? Yeah, what else? What else, bitch? What else, clit, bitch? I bet you've never even seen a clitoris. Describe a clitoris to me, Chaz.
It's like...
Dibozo.
But, okay, so I'm gonna discuss the SCP gas mask. Contrary to Dylan and maybe
Bismarck is cool.
Contrary to Dylan and Justin's description, Justin, I don't know if this actually came from you or not, but you described it as a SCP. It is a gas mask. If you wear it, then you will be sent to the trenches. That is entirely irrelevant. Yeah, there are no trenches. It is a old Russian. It is a old Russian gas mask that actually exists.
Okay, yes. Can we continue from this joke, Rick and Morty? Come on. Let's shut the fuck up.
I love to.
her. My
Wah.
heart. My heart.
My heart. Wah.
Me with every crush I had in high school.
I love to
My-
with all my heart.
I love
Wah.
her. But so basically, the SCP is a mask. It doesn't do anything. It simply, like, for lack of a better word,
Wah.
when you put it on and you
Wah.
it is described to have the original function of the Russian gas mask. Presumably World War I, not necessarily.
Wah.
But
Wah.
freaking when you put it on, it actually transports you to a alternate dimension.
I love to. Wah.
Okay.
It transports you to an alternate dimension. I don't know if it's like your mind enters that state. I didn't catch on too closely to that. I don't know if
Well,
it's
considering this is the SCP Foundation, you're probably physically transported there.
fair. All I know is that when you take it off, you're brought back to the original state.
Oh my god, we fucking get it!
Wah.
Oh my god!
My heart.
God damn it!
My heart. I love to. My heart. Wah.
Oh my god, I can't!
To.
But,
My heart. Wah. It's just the way he says it, bro. Wah.
Damn it!
my heart.
Wah.
But basically, you put the mask on. It is a Russian gas mask of the olden days.
Wah.
It transports you to a pocket dimension.
Oh,
The best way I
eh.
can
Shut up, Justin!
the best way I can describe it.
Wah.
Oh
With
my
the,
god, please!
The pocket
Shut
dimension.
up.
Apparently, again, I don't know the SCP name, but apparently there is a SCP that is just
Wah.
big, black, and goopy.
106.
106. AK 10. Wah.
Oh, eh. My heart.
Oh!
I loved it. Wah.
Oh my god,
But-
please.
It was
Shut
big,
up.
black, and goopy. So the first person I
Wah.
Please,
Actually-
shut the fuck up!
I remember this.
Wah.
I get it!
Wah.
I don't think Dylan heard you. Justin.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think it. Repeat it one more.
Wah.
Anyway, Chaz, continue.
So I don't know if the SCP itself. It's basically their creatures
Oh,
described
eh.
as big, black, and goopy.
Wah.
Like
Problem with
literally
black.
black.
Wah.
I'm not
Oh,
talking.
Wah.
You're not talking what?
I'm not
I got a
talking
blood ass for you.
Africans. I'm talking
Level
literal
3.
pitch black,
Chaz,
goopy.
Chaz.
Yeah.
Chaz. Got a blood ass for you. Level 3.
Level 3. Oh,
Oh,
man. Anyway, so the first couple of people, the first one was a woman, and she wasn't prepared at all, and she went in, heard movement in this pocket dimension that occurred when she put the helmet on,
Wah.
and she took it off out of panic, and she went, "Wah." And then there was a man who did it next, who wasn't a sneaky dude, but he was brave.
Wah.
He got way further
got
into this
close
pocket
now.
dimension, which consists of basically a building.
Wah.
And he got way
Oh,
further, but eventually he's like, okay, yeah, I
Oh,
can't get any further. He takes the.
Wah.
Keep in mind, this
Oh,
has nothing to do with the trenches, by the way. There is zero correlation.
Trenches, gas mask, Russians, glizzy. Wah. I love doing the trenches. Wah.
But the last
Yo,
woman,
you just deafened me with coom.
the last woman who partook in this was actually a specialist in stealth, who got very far into, lack of a better word, the dimension. And she saw two anomalies violently attacking each other.
No, Chaz. She saw two Owens.
Violently
Justin,
attack
do you
each
like
other,
torturing me?
like aggressively.
Absolutely, I do.
We should watch a death battle.
No, we're gonna play MWO after the stream because me and Chaz need it.
Fuck you, man. I like the game.
I need to make a mech called
That would be a light mech.
It has to be, right?
But it was at that point when the woman who specialized in stealth saw the two entities violently fighting up each other. She's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm out, and not much else is known about it. Just it's very easy to contain by logic. I'm not saying this because it actually directly said. It's a mask. Don't put it on.
Are you telling me, Chaz, you wouldn't put on the mask that puts you in fucking Vietnam with weird, gooey people?
Now, again, I must reiterate. Justin and Dylan led me to believe that this would just drag you to
No.
Oh,
Dylan did.
You agreed with me, fuckface.
I said it sends you to the trenches. Trenches meaning wall. Granted, I could have been more specific. Dylan, you were too specific. I just said it sends you.
How the fuck am I more at fault here?
You are. You said let's send you to World War I trenches, brother.
okay. So, I loved her, but basically. There is zero correlation with war and the mask. It sends you to a horror game.
Censor out where I said the N word.
It sends you into a.
Censor out where I said the N word, otherwise we get demonetized.
It's a live stream.
And I get hounded.
Yes, Chaz, fucking censor us live Bedmass edition.
It's possible.
Not at us fucking editing skill level. It isn't.
Anyway, so that is the gas
guys.
Mask. And also, well, side note, there are two authorized personnel.
But guys, guys, this is my space bar. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Yo, what do I do with this specimen, bro?
That's a whole space bar. How are you gonna jump jet now? But there are two authorized personnel, armed guards, basically guarding the place. It's kept in a locked box.
Those two away.
By pure nature of the situation, it's very easy to contain. Just freaking lock it up. Don't wear it, and you're
don't away.
And yeah, that is the gas.
Yeah,
mask.
plus for testing, they're probably good.
Is it my turn?
They're probably going to test it on D-class personnel. Just so you know, Tallywackers, don't feel bad for D-class personnel because 9 times out of 10 they're death row inmates and nobody gives a fuck.
Murderers, rapists, the worst of humanity.
Pedophiles, like.
Oh my god, Chris Chan should be a D-class but immortal. Should just be an immortal D-class.
So basically, Dr. Blight.
His punishment for being whatever he is just being an immortal D-class.
Yeah. So Dr. Blight.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Well, I mean, he's a scientist, but you know.
I don't know an awful lot about Dr. Blight. I've heard of him.
Basically a scientist. So how it works is a medallion that is associated with the consciousness of a previous human being. Dylan, what are you doing? You look like Dr. Eggman, bro.
Don't worry about
egg chair.
Don't worry about it.
You're about to call out Snonic. Don't call out Snonic, bro.
For Dylan to be like, Sonic, my old rival.
So is it the final SCP, my turn, the finale? for this podcast?
I am the final.
So that's a yes.
Yes.
All right, Justin, go.
By the
So
way,
Dylan, you know about this. Chaz,
Do I?
I doubt it. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So my final subject, because I wanted to do one very popular and then one, I mean, it's still popular but less known.
Yeah.
So before I continue, SCP-001
Yeah.
is basically a cover-up for what the actual 001 is, which is the Scarlet King. So so Chaz, I'm gonna treat you like a viewer because I know you don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something in the SCP universe called a cognitohazard, which means a knowledge of its existence is dangerous. So say Chaz, you know about something. You know about SCP, just to give a number, 69420, which is Snoop Dogg's blunt. The more people that know about
that's Keter.
the more people that know about Snoop Dogg's blunt, the more powerful it is. Okay.
Ooh, what about the spider? Oh no, it's Site 13.
Site 13's. You know what I'm talking about. Just you wait. Don't worry.
Okay.
So Chaz, again, I'm gonna treat you like the audience because you don't know much SCP, so it's just easier for me.
Yeah.
So you know what a cognitohazard is.
Cognito.
Again, the
That's what
more
you
you
just
know,
described,
the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to explain it in a better term. So a cognitohazard is usually think of it as like a sort of anomalous disease. So
Yes.
a good example I can give is like an infestation of spiders that if you're exposed to it, spiders will you'll start seeing spiders in your mind, you'll start becoming sick, and then you'll eventually die. Spiders will come out of your body and make
The
webs
more
around your body.
knowledge humanity has of this thing,
that makes sense.
Yeah. The more knowledge humanity has of whatever this SCP is, the more dangerous it gets.
Yeah.
SCP-001, which technically is the Scarlet King, is SCP-001, which happens to be a cognitohazard. The more people that know of its existence, the more powerful it gets, right?
Yeah.
So they, in the Infinite Brilliance, make a cover-up. There's like I think it's 50 different SCP-001s to cover up the Scarlet King, a cognitohazard. I'm going to talk about one of those 001s. Personally, one of my favorite SCPs ever. Dylan is probably going to cream the second I mention this.
Oh God, I thought you
were going to say Dylan's dad.
You do. SCP-001, When Day Breaks.
Hey.
So SCP-001, When Day Breaks, is basically when the sun says, fuck you, I hate you. 001, When Day Breaks, is the sun basically dies. The sun
just stops.
What is known to be, theorized to be, the end of humanity. The end of Earth. Sorry. When the sun dies and creates a supernova that consumes Earth. What happens in 001 When Day Breaks is instead that another sun replaces our sun. But this sun is a lot different. Contact from anything biological creates what I can only say is a goopy mass of evil.
In other words, death.
Of evil.
It literally.
I don't know the full extent of When Day Breaks, but I know what it is.
If you are exposed to When Day Breaks, SCP-001, aka the sun, you basically melt. You become a fleshy pile of biomass that seeks out other biomass. Most common is this biomass finds other instances of SCP-001-A, which are these piles of biomass, and they combine.
Bro, bugs are about to freaking murder us.
No, bugs are biomass.
Yeah, and
we are biomass.
Because
everything is biomass.
Because bugs are so abundant, they're gonna murder us.
Well, I mean, humans are also abundant, and this happened just like it's happened. There's a snap of a finger.
Yeah.
So a good fucking 70% of humanity who is currently outside becomes very aggressive biomass that will hunt anything, usually human, with no thought, no reason. And what happens is, if this biomass, commonly referred to SCP-001-A, finds you, again, it will try and assimilate you, make you part of this goopy pile. I think it's also called a solar singularity.
Nah, yeah,
I think there's a game based off of what they
goopy.
break.
Fuck you, me with my pocket knife. You ninja bitch! Fuck you,
You
goopy.
goopy.
Oh, I'm a shaky goop.
Just
so-
like you, nah.
When day breaks, basically ends up tiny civilizations, colonies of humans who have luckily were inside when it happened, right?
Yeah.
The SCP, in this story, the SCP Foundation, when this happens, because often with an XK class scenario, which was a world-ending scenario, which would be what we're talking about now, the SCP Foundation is more than willing to announce who they are, because usually this is a very secretive foundation who will not tell you who they are.
Yeah.
But
Like Area 51.
in this scenario, yeah, exactly. Think of it like Area 51. But in an XK scenario, they, you know, those TV broadcasts, this, like, the government, like, this is a zombie apocalypse, blah, 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 do this, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, that's an SCP, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
So
like
they will,
008.
they will commandeer all live broadcasts and say, this is, explain who they are, explain what the situation is, explain how to deal with the situation. So the lucky people, the maybe 10% that are inside at the time that happens, are debriefed of what to do.
Yeah.
But the rest of the 90% have already been goopy boys. They're goops.
They're both
They're gooping. They are literally going,
Like 999, but like cringe.
no, not him.
goop you. Hello, Chaz, with your fucking non-goopiness. We're gonna goop you, brother. So what it basically becomes is an end-of-the-world scenario. There's no containing this SCP. It's impossible.
Unless you somehow find a way to block out the fucking
Yeah, unless
sun.
you find a way to block out the sun. The only way to contain this is pray Elon Musk got to Mars.
I think there is something that if you wear thick enough clothing that it doesn't touch your skin, you're
If
fine.
your skin isn't if the sunlight doesn't go through the layers and hit your skin, you're fine.
Okay.
But again, that's a very tiny portion of humanity who will get that.
Yeah.
So when day breaks, like even like for example 096, anything biological would not be safe with when day breaks 001. It will all be turned into biomass. There's nothing. If you are biological and living by the very, very
Even
basic
plants.
laws of biology, you will be turned into this.
Even plants.
Plants, yes,
Oh,
everything.
Jesus.
If it is biological, if it's biology, you're gonna be goopy.
Goopy. You ain't goopy,
But-
kid.
In the story, there's one guy named Justin Burgle, or the Gaming Vibe, who has a switchblade and a hatred for goopy.
And a yo-yo. Name's not Goopy.
The name's not Goopy, kid. So I think that concludes our SCP podcast. Chaz, give us our words of wisdom.
Oh god, I have to do this? Alright. Alright. Hold on. I need to be at the ready.
No, I'll do it.
No, I got this.
You do one, I'll do one, then Dylan does one. How's that?
If you need
Words of
someone
wisdom?
shot, we got you got.
Okay, Jonathan Murray in a very vast, distant universe. My words of wisdom: if the sun turns cringe and your mom goes goopy, just know that the gaddy will make you go poopy. Dylan, your words of wisdom.
All right. My words of wisdom: when Hitler is a clapping about to bust a load,
load.
get a bunch of critters.